Hey everybody, this is Luke Joseph, and this is the New Age Mystic. So, on today's episode, we'll be quick with it. So, we'll be going over what the divine masculine and the divine feminine role is, correct? And how they should bring peace and balance to one another, right? So, we'll be talking about the eternal dance of creation and balance amongst the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So in the grand design of existence, there exists a fundamental principle, which is duality. Light and dark, yin and yang, sun and the moon. These opposites do not compete, but they complement, forming the sacred balance that sustains life in itself. You see, the divine masculine and the divine feminine are the primordial forces that govern creation, evolution, and ascension. You see, they are not merely concepts of gender, but spiritual energies, right, that reside within all beings, waiting to be understood, honored, and harmonized. So today we explore their essence, their purpose, and the divine journey of unity that elevates both into their highest potential. So the divine masculine, right, the pillar of strength and structure. So the divine masculine is the force of action, the force of willpower, the force of protection, the force of leadership and order. It is the sun that gives light, the mountain that provides stability, and the sword that defends truth. You see, the masculine energy is the architect of civilization, the builder of sacred spaces, and the warrior of honor. So the purpose and the role of the divine masculine is to provide a solid structure. Right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but it is structured. So it's like the frame of a house. So the masculine is going to hold that space for the creation, for the feminine, right? So protect and serve. So as the warrior, he shields the weak, defending the truth and upholding justice. You see, they lead with wisdom, the king energy. The archetype governs not with tyranny, but with fairness and with vision. The divine masculine acts with purpose. He does not merely move, but moves with conviction, ensuring progress. However, when the masculine is unbalanced, he becomes tyrannical, very oppressive, reckless, or detached, losing his divine essence. Masculine, disconnected from the divine, becomes destructive rather than constructive. Now you see the divine feminine, which is the flow of creation and nurturing. You see, the divine feminine is intuition, love, creation, receptivity, and emotional intelligence. She is the moon that influences the tides, the oceans that nurtures life itself, and the wisdom that whispers through the winds. Where the masculine builds the house, the feminine fills it with warmth and that of spirit. You see, the purpose and the role of the divine feminine is to create and nurture. She is the womb of all existence, birthing life and ideas. She is to heal and restore. Her energy is one of renewal, mending wounds, seen and unseen. You see, the divine feminine guides with intuition. The feminine is deeply connected to divine wisdom, seeing beyond logic. When the divine feminine flows and adapts where the masculine is rigid, she moves like water, adjusting and transforming. When out of balance, the feminine becomes chaotic, manipulative, overly passive, or emotionally destructive, losing her divine grace. So A feminine disconnected from the divine becomes a force of stagnation rather than that of nourishment, right? You see, these two forces are not in competition with each other. They are co-creators. You see, the greatest tragedy in the modern world is the distortion of these energies, leading to confusion, separation, and suffering. The masculine, stripped of his honor, becomes aggressive or withdrawn from the world and people. The feminine, robbed of her divinity, becomes manipulative or lost in victimhood. Now you see, once they awaken, they embark on a journey of mutual elevation. How do they elevate each other, might you ask? The masculine provides direction. The feminine provides purpose to that direction. A king without wisdom is a tyrant, and a queen without strength is a prisoner. Together, they'll build a kingdom of harmony. Now you see, the masculine is to protect, and the feminine is to heal. You see, a man's strength alone does not make him whole. He needs the feminine's healing to remind him of why he fights. Likewise, a woman's love is powerful, but she needs the masculine's protection so she may thrive in peace. Now you see, the masculine embodies discipline, and the feminine embodies wisdom. Now, one without the other leads to extremes, rigidness or aimlessness. But together, they create balance and action and thoughtful power. Now, the masculine anchors and the feminine expands. You see, the masculine grounds spiritual energy into reality. The feminine connects reality to the divine. Without grounding, spirituality becomes delusion, right? So without vision, action becomes meaningless. Therefore, stagnation. You see, the union into becoming whole within and with one another. You see, the true balance is not found outside oneself first, right? But it's found within, right? So every soul is going to carry both masculine and feminine to attract a divine counterpart. But it is one must first harmonize their own energies. You see, a man must cultivate his divine masculine, mastering discipline, honor, and emotional depth. And a woman must embrace her divine feminine, awakening her intuition, grace, and inner strength. You see, when they unite, they do not complete one another. They elevate each other. You see, a true divine partnership is not built on dependence, but on mutual empowerment. Now, returning to the sacred balance of the world in this chaos, because the divine masculine and the divine feminine have been wounded. They have been distorted, and restoration begins with us. By embodying our divine nature, we heal not only ourselves, but the entire world. You see, the masculine is not greater than the feminine, and the feminine is not greater than the masculine. You see, they are two hands of the same divine force, heard me? Reaching towards creation, love, and ascension. It's not a bad thing, heard me? So let us reclaim our divine nature. Let us stand in our power, honor our counterpart, and restore the sacred balance that was always meant to be. So embrace the divine with honor, and embrace the divine in others and honor them as well. And together build a world worthy of both.